Hello everyone, welcome back to
the Spicy Bookish
podcast.
What the fuck is it even called?
We probably need to work on that.
The Spicy
The
Bookish.
Spicy Bookish podcast.
So we are saying podcast at the end.
Okay, so what rolls off the tongue better?
The Spicy Bookish podcast, because that still sounds like...
Hello everyone, welcome back to Spicy Bookish. That doesn't work, does
The
it?
Spicy Bookish podcast, because it still sounds like Ginger and Spice podcast.
True, yeah. Okay.
It's still got
Let
that
us know in the comments, guys, if you like it or not. I mean, that's the name of it now, so
yeah,
that's what it's staying as, because I ain't changing it again. But let us know if you prefer just Spicy Bookish or
Spicy Bookish podcast. I like it's
I
got
feel
a
like
ring.
we're on a game show or something.
Yeah, but that's the vibe we're bringing, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Game show vibes.
Cheesy as fuck. Game show vibes.
Game show cheesy vibes.
If everyone on the game show was drunk.
You're always welcome here.
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
Books.
No way. Okay, so let's get the obvious out of the way. I obviously took some time off. We haven't posted a podcast. We haven't recorded a podcast since November last year.
Yep.
We actually did record an Alchemised podcast before I left. However, we talked for so long in that podcast that it ended up, the edited version ended up being so fucking long that I just never had the time to watch it and approve the posting of it. So it just ended up never going up. So we actually we've got one in our bank, which is going to be, if it's ever posted, it won't be in this studio.
No.
It'll be in the old setup. But if you ever see the Alchemised pod being posted, just know it's because we're either tired or we're busy.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah. We're sleeping.
Yeah. So we've chucked it up because it was one in the bank.
We can't be asked to get together. Even though technically it should be easier now. We've got the studio done.
Yeah.
If we're not here and we don't create one, that's sheer laziness.
Yeah, that is like,
Isn't
you're right, yeah. Okay, so obviously I took time off. We haven't recorded a podcast since November last year. We obviously got back together. We've been filming. We actually didn't film anything for the first time. I got home around the 29th or the 30th of December, and we actually didn't film anything together until last weekend.
Yeah.
And we filmed like 2 things. Because we had so many videos in our repertoire, we just had so many videos ready to go already that we were like, well, let's just wait it out.
Let's just keep posting
it was
what we've
just,
done.
we went back to work, our actual 9-to-5 jobs, and it was just so manic. So we just kept up, and we used virtually nearly everything. I think we didn't post 3 or 4 Christmas reviews for specific books, but upon reflection and having rewatched them, we were just a little bit like, oh, we'll just be posting it for the sake of it.
Yeah, there was no point. Do you know what? Like, December wasn't actually that busy. Like, a lot of people weren't on socials, and I feel like we kind of just had a bit of a break anyway.
Yeah,
like we
did,
had stuff ready to go, but at the same time it was still a break, and I had a great time.
Yeah, I had a really
I mean,
good
I
time
did miss
as well.
you, obviously, because it was hell.
But it was nice to have that break and not be thinking about, right, what we filming, what notes do we get together. It was also nice to read books and not feel like I had to take notes.
Yeah.
I could just enjoy the book without thinking, oh, I need to write that down, or I need to highlight that.
It was reading books that we personally want to read ourselves. That was great.
Like, the other person doesn't want to read it, but you did. Yeah. It allowed me to kind of like dabble back into the fantasy series that I hadn't really got a chance to read. Because obviously we've been reading stuff for socials and things that people recommend and stuff that we both agree we want to read. So the things that we personally want to read each kind of like fell to the wayside. So yeah, I've been able to read some fantasy stuff, and then you got to read some of like the spicy books that maybe I wasn't really particularly interested in reading. And that was nice, so I do agree with that. So yeah, I got back on 29th, 30th of December. Obviously it was like New Year and everything. We started filming last weekend, but we were finishing the studio, setting up this exact studio. If you're watching on video, you'll be able to see that we are in a different place. We've also posted about it on socials quite a lot already.
Yeah.
So you may have already seen it, and that is where we're filming from today. This is the first podcast from our new studio. All of the podcasts will be here, unless it's alchemized. Yeah, and I can't wait for life to just be easier.
Oh God, this is so easy. We could just walk out of here.
Yeah.
Turn the lights off, walk out.
So what you don't know is that obviously we were doing it in, like, it was my house previously, like literally in my living room, and we had to like maneuver the furniture around, and the furniture is not light. The furniture is so heavy.
And it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just there and you move it to here. It's in all different places within the house.
Yeah, and because it's so heavy as well, just the sofa and the chair, moving it into place, you have to take the massive cushions off first and then move it. And it takes two of us, and then put all the cushions back on. And then you've got to go, when we took the yellow chair out from the bookshelf, because it's slotted in, the bookshelf was built around the chair being there. When you took the yellow chair out, it left a big gap. So then we had to go and get a table from the hallway and bring the table in, and then decorate the table with the books. And then obviously, so we had a lot of setup that was like that before we even started. And then we had all the lights and the cameras and all that kind of stuff. And then obviously when we were done, we had to put it all away again and put it back because it was my living room. Whereas now, we finish here, we stop recording, shut the laptop, turn the lights off, walk out the door.
I'm not even going to get
Done.
changed.
No, just go home in your PJs.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
I can go indoors, wash my face, brush my teeth, get in bed.
Sorted.
Done. Oh, breaking everything down, putting it all away.
To be alive,
I know. So, yeah, we're very excited to be here. I nearly collapsed last weekend, or over the course of the last week. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a lot. It's been tiring as shit. Anyway, let's get to what this podcast is for.
Woo, woo.
So this is our first one for the year. Now, usually we do like weekly reading wrap-ups, or last year it was 2 weekly reading wrap-ups, and then in between the wrap-ups we would have the Zodiac Academy. I think this year we're probably going to be a little bit more loosey-goosey with it.
Oh, for sure. We're going to goose up.
We're going to loose up and goose up.
Yeah, big time.
So this podcast specifically is going to be all about our 2025 reads. So we're going to go through our top 10 reads of 2025 each, because we have different ones. Some of them are obviously the same. If we've got time, we're going to go through our spiciest books of 2025. Now, we don't really have notes on them. I think you might have a couple of notes. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to reel them off and then just kind of chat about whatever we remember, really, about them. And that is basically it. Our top 10 reads in 2025, and if we've got time, our spiciest books in 2025.
Woohoo!
Which we're very excited to talk about. We've definitely got a different number one for our top 10 books, I know that. So we're going to do the top 10 in order as well. Spiciest books probably won't be in order, but I think we do know what the single spiciest book would be. I think a lot of you watching probably will already know as well, and probably a lot of you will have already read it. So that's today's. We are going to loop back into Zodiac Academy. We've got the audios downloaded. Well, I do. I'm ready to go. But again, we're going to be a bit more loosey-goosey with it. I think we're going to, rather than doing one podcast per Zodiac book, I think we're going to finish the Zodiac series, aren't we? Like we did with Ruthless Boys. Cram it all into one podcast for the end, for the last few books. So we're on book 7. So we're probably going to finish it, do a podcast for all of those, and then we're going to go straight into
Dartmoor
Penitentiary.
And do one pod for that as well.
And do one pod for Dartmoor Penitentiary. And then we're going to pick our next fantasy series.
Baby!
I think for that, like for the other pod, or for the other episode, I should say. And I think rather than like forcing ourselves to make sure that we alternate them each week, I think we're just going to throw up whatever we're ready to throw up, and just, like I said, be more loosey-goosey.
More loosey-goosey, baby. Yeah, I think the next pod, aren't we just going to go through what we read last year, what we read at the end of last year when we weren't together?
Yeah, so I think this one is 2025 reads.
Yeah.
And then the next podcast, I think, is going to be the books that we read on our break.
Yeah.
Because we did read totally different books, apart from a few, between Two Kings being one of them. That's going to be fun. So the next one will be the books that we read during our break.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably go into a wrap-up.
Yep.
And then by that point, I think we should be at least nearly ready for the Zodiac one. If not, it'll be 2 back-to-back wrap-ups for January. Oh, no, I think it might be a wrap-up, and then it'll be author collabs.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be the last one,
exciting.
I think. We did want to do a bonus podcast, and it was going to be Heated Rivalry and The Housemaid, and it was going to be the book versus the on-screen adaptions for both of them in one podcast. We don't know if we're going to have time for it. If we do, it'll probably be a bonus. It'll be either that one. I don't know if we'll have time to do that and the author collab. So what will go up will either be the author collabs or the HR and Housemaid. I don't think it'll be both. But I mean, we can try. We can try and see what happens. But that's the plan. But remember, guys, we're loosey-goosey now.
We're so loosey-goosey. Look at us.
We're loosing and we're goosing.
So casual.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Absolutely nothing is a problem.
I might spin around.
Oh, yeah, our chairs spin.
Hang on. Oh
We've
my
got to
god.
show people
Wait,
that.
I can't get back. I can't get back again. There she goes. That's all I can do.
You've got no feet on the floor, that's why. Oh, don't do that to table. That's not very sturdy.
Do you know what? Let's just stay here.
Yeah, you just stay there, you.
Yep.
So, if you're not watching on video, well, even if you are watching on video, we'll just give you a really quick tour of the studio. Right next to me is the wine chiller with all of the wineage. It wouldn't be us and it wouldn't be our studio if it didn't have a wine chiller.
And it's got cocktails in it as well.
It's got little cocktail tins in it.
Yeah,
and then we've got a cupboard here, which I don't think we can open because I think Tia's chair's a bit too close to the door. The chair's not usually that close.
Snacks.
We've got snack boxes in there. We've literally got like pot noodles. We've got cakes.
Oh, yeah.
Biscuits.
Crisps for days.
Yeah, crisps, chewy sweets.
Lollipops.
Anything you could possibly think of as a snacky snack is in that cupboard.
Yep.
There's 2 massive boxes in there. And then the other cupboard, we haven't actually finished filling everything up yet. We've still got furniture to build. But in the other one, we've got like batteries. We've got like little cocktail umbrellas in there. Oh, we could have put one in. Yeah, just like random bits. And then we've got a kettle, we've got some cups, we've got a basket with like tea bags and stuff in.
God, it's so cute.
A couple of coffee sachets there, because obviously
the sachet.
We decided to go and buy a kettle in here because when we finished, we were like, sometimes we do film in the mornings, actually.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, obviously we're not going to have alcohol in the morning, so we want to have like a tea or a coffee, but also equally, we realised that we do need some kind of like a wind down 5-10 minutes after we finish the podcast before we sort of like shut everything down and go. So we've actually got like calming tea bags and stuff in there as well, so for when we finish late nights like tonight, we'll be able to have like a tea. We've got the kettle, we've got the I bought a little tea bag bin. It's so cute. I love it.
This bad boy.
It was literally 50p from IKEA.
I would open it, but I can't be bothered.
Then we've got our shelves behind us. It's got some books on there. We kind of just
cowboy boot with a cactus in it.
Yeah. We kind of just picked books that fitted the colour scheme, to be honest, which is kind of like golds and reds and creams with a little bit of silvers thrown in. Yeah. What's happened to those books? Why are they pushed out the way? The middle ones.
Who?
These middle ones. Spectacular and Shadow and Bone. Why is it on the piss?
Because I am also on the piss.
Oh, was that you earlier?
Yeah.
Just wrecking the place. Okay, let's get started. So, my top 10, I'll go first. So my top 10 from last year. This is across all genres and all levels of spice. Now, some of these, actually, I may not have given 5 stars, in all fairness. When I was going through this list, because I've actually got a list of reserves as well, it's about the books that stuck with me, I think. So, I'm not being like, these are all my 5-star reads. I think I've picked it based on the books that have really stuck with me and that I would 100% go back and reread. And I'll tell you as we go on, the ones that weren't necessarily 5 stars. They're mainly like a series, but as a whole, they were like unforgettable. I have cheated a little bit by putting like whole series down as one number.
Yeah, I've done the same.
Yeah. Okay, so number 5, right? I am going to start at number 10, but number 5 for me has been really, really difficult. And I think I could probably swap that out and around with like number 6 and maybe a couple of the reserves depending on my mood, I think.
Okay.
Because when I was like, right, the top 10 looks okay, but then I was like, if I was just doing a top 5, would I want that in the top 5?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or would I want one of the others?
Yeah.
And that's why I struggled with number 5. I really, really struggled. So my top 10 books for 2025 are as follows. Number 10, Guild by Raven Kennedy. Mm-hmm. I fucking ate that shit up. It was so good. Number 9, Anathema by Kerry Lake.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually surprised even myself that that's at number 9. But again, this is based on the feelings that they gave me and have lasted. Number 8 is Ruthless Boys.
Yeah, baby.
The whole series.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one book, it would be the last one. Number 7 is A Court of Ravens, the duet. So Feathers So Vicious and Shadows So Cruel by Zander. Again, if I had to pick one, it would be the second book, so the final book in the duet. Number 6 is Gallows Hill series, the whole series. If I had to pick one of those, that's tough, but I think it would probably be book 1, because it did slap hard.
Oh, it set the scene, didn't it?
It really did set the scene. Number 5, Forged in Blood series by Sadie Kincaid.
Yep, stunning.
I'll never forget that series. So that's the one where I feel a little bit like, oh, could I move that? Like, would I have something else? But I'm happy with it. Number 4, Darling Wildfire by Devon Rivers. So different to anything we've ever read before. Honestly, I loved it. Military. It was great. Number 3, Hills of Shivers and Shadows by Pam Goodwin. Oh my God. I reckon that book would probably be in my top 3, at least my top 5 of all time.
Yeah, I agree.
I have never, actually thinking about this last night, I have never gotten that same feeling, that same high that book specifically gave me.
Yeah,
those feelings during reading it.
I
feel like we've just been chasing the high that gave us ever since, and we've never found it.
No.
There's nothing like it.
There's nothing that's compared to that.
If you have not read that and you're okay with like dark romance stuff, please read it.
Please nosedive into it.
God.
Oh my Lord.
Okay, final 2. Number 2, this might be a surprise, I don't know. Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yaros.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And number 1, Alchemised.
Yeah.
Again, I think this will be in one of my like top 3, top 5 books at the very least of all time ever. It was honestly phenomenal. I'll never forget the experience I had and the feelings I felt reading and listening, immersive reading that book. Absolutely impeccable. So before we go through your top 10, I'm just going to quickly say my reserves. I've got 4 reserves. I really wish I could have included them, but I couldn't. So these would be my reserves that I would maybe replace with others depending on my mood. One of them is Touched by Death, which is book 3 in the Sins of the Fallen series by Harley Beck. That's book 3. Honestly, shooketh. Absolutely loved it. It's not for everyone, it really isn't, but I absolutely loved it. It's like devils and it's why choose, but it's hella fucking spicy. It's insane. I absolutely loved it. The Secret Club by Ruby Sky.
Yeah.
That's also in there because, again, never read anything like it, and the feelings it stirred up, like, it was just a great experience. Bad Bishop by L.J. Shen. My first L.J. Shen book. It definitely won't be my last. I read it on holiday. I read it when the sun was setting, and it was just a phenomenal experience. Absolutely devoured it. The banter was amazing. And Older by Jennifer Hartman.
Oh,
because obviously...
Yeah,
it was amazing. And the audio, the female narrator in the audio was 15,000 out of 10. She made that so much better. Oh God,
the tears. That last line, I don't think I'll ever get over that.
I reckon that's going to be up there as one of probably our favourite quotes of all time.
Yeah.
The last line in that book.
Oh, I can't think about it now because
I'm literally going to start
It's giving me little shivers.
Okay, so that's my top 10. What's yours?
Stunning. Okay, my top 10. At 10, we have Come Back to Me by Emily Catlow. Now, this book literally touched me in all the right places. Yeah. Now, you had a problem with this one because obviously you don't really like the pregnancy trope situation.
Yeah.
But the amount that was in this book literally made me feel everything that they were going through.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Like the first book, it was like a lovely little romance. They were finding each other. And then the second book, just because it all just kicked off. Like it all just went mental. And for me, it was a fun time.
Yeah.
And I felt all of the emotions.
I think it's like just to go off quickly on a tangent, it's not that I don't necessarily like the pregnancy joke, because in Bad Bishop, she's pregnant. It's more about the way that I guess the spice is sort of done with the pregnancy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't pinpoint it. Sometimes I'm okay with it, and sometimes I'm a bit like, oh, this is not really turning me on.
Doing it. Yeah. That's fair. My next one, at number 9, we have got Broken Bloodline series by Sadie Kincaid. Because if you don't love this, there is something wrong with you. Like, I ate this up. We both ate this up.
Yeah.
The first one was smutty. The second one, the plot started. The third one, I was crying.
It all kicked off.
It was so good.
We had dragons in the third one.
Bloody dragons!
Yeah.
Come on!
If you had to choose your favourite out of that series... I would go.
I'd go book 3.
I would go book 3 as well. Yeah,
because that's when Alexandros and Xavier came together. And that was delicious.
That is definitely a scene I'll never forget. Oh. But just the feelings that stirred up as well. It felt like we've been waiting ages for it, didn't
we?
We
really had.
Yeah,
we deserved it.
Next one.
Okay, at number 8 we have got Ruthless Boys. I haven't stopped thinking about this series since we read it.
Yep.
In particular, Leon and Ryder. Actually, just Leon.
Yeah.
I fucking love him.
Yeah.
I love him so much. I'm a Mindy through and through. I'll say it. I am.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Okay, at number 7, I have got Worth Every Risk by Ryder.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Like, I think it was one of the first books that we read in 2025, and
Yeah.
it was my first 6-star read, and it was actually phenomenal. Like, her writing is insane. I laughed, I cried.
Yeah.
I had just a whale of a
Matt
time.
Hawkston. Actually, yeah, if I can just go back and add one more reserve, so I have 5, I would add in Worth Every Risk.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't include that.
I know.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That was literally one of my favourite books from last year.
So at number 6, I've got the Gallows Hill series, because obviously
Yep.
we're obsessed with that series. The audiobook was phenomenal, and again, I'll never forget it. Especially that scene in Demise in the cabin.
Oh my god.
Woo! Yes, please. Okay, at number 5, I've got Kiss of the Basilisk. Now, I was contemplating this one because I was like, you know what? I'm a little bit pissed off because Between Two Kings
Yeah.
has pissed me off big time.
Yep.
Badly. But I cannot take away the fact that I had such a fucking good time when I read these books. It's in there. And Lindsey, you're lucky it is, because I'm not happy with you. Okay, at number 4, we have got Hills of Shivers and Shadows by Pam Goodwin. Again, phenomenal. Haven't felt anything like it since. If you know of a book that is like that, please let us know what it is, because we're still chasing that high.
I might have to reread that soon.
I 100% would reread that.
I think I might have to, you know.
At number 3, we have got Red Rabbit and Darling Wildfire. Yeah. So I really enjoyed Red Rabbit. We're on the fence.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was on the fence. There was just some things in it where I was like, not really enjoying that. Upon reflect, like, because it's certainly not her writing, because Darling Wildfire was a 6-star read for me.
Oh my God,
I don't know what it was about Red Rabbit. There was some scenes where I was a little bit like, that's not themes of it. Yeah, where I was like, I'm not really feeling it. It was giving too much hunting Adeline for me, and I didn't vibe with hunting or haunting Adeline. It was still great. Like, the writing is amazing and phenomenal, and the story and the plot, like, insane. But yeah, I wasn't too sure. I think I gave it 3.5, which is my down the middle rating. Yeah, you know, I was like, yeah, I liked it. It was fine. Yeah,
I mean, Darling Wildfire
absolutely blew us away, didn't it?
Again, I'd reread that.
Yeah, Darling Wildfire. Yeah.
Okay, in at number 2, I have Double Edged by Nyla K. Again, I'll never go over this. I've never rooted
this one,
for a family to do bits. Yeah. Like, I never thought that I'd be the one that'd be like, yeah, this is all right. They should get together. Yeah. This is fine. And yet, I was like,
there you
rooting
go.
for him.
Yeah.
Couple of twins, sure. You do you, boys. I'm here for you.
Yeah, we were rooting for them the whole way as well.
I was,
which,
yeah.
You know, in real life, don't do that.
Please don't do that.
I will not root for you in real life.
I really won't.
But
in the books.
In the book, yeah.
Yeah, you've got my vote.
Things unacceptable in books.
Yeah, sleeping with your twin brother.
And your stepdad.
And your stepdad.
At the same time.
God, what a book. And in at number 1, this is no surprise, it's Secret Club by Ruby Sky. 6-star read for me. I had the time of my life reading this. I don't actually think I came up for air when I was reading this. I went from beginning to end. That scene with the 8 guys at the end, one of the best things I've ever read before in my life. Yeah. If I found myself in that situation, I would take it big time. Yeah. I'd take all of the money to be in that situation. So yeah, loved it.
You'd probably do it for free.
Yeah.
You'd do it for just a break in a room. Actually, thinking about it, they come in, they shave you, they feed you, they rub your back. I think I would do it for free.
I'm not going to lie. It doesn't sound bad, does it?
No. A whole
you wouldn't
week
have to go to work as well.
They bathed you, shaved you, fed you, gave you alcohol and other things.
Seems some people are missing out here. I'd be well up for it.
Yeah. Anyway, Onyx Storm isn't on your list.
Nah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, I had a time in my life when I was reading it, and I think I did give it 6 stars, but to be honest, I've forgotten about it. It's not actually stuck with me.
And I think that we've both done that, haven't we? Made a list about not necessarily just all 5 and 6 stars. They're about the books that impacted us the most. So, like, for example, Gallows Hill, I did not give that whole series 5 stars. I don't think I actually gave any of the books 5 stars. I think it was 4.5, 4.5 and 4, something like that. 4.5, 4 and 4.5. Something like that. But I don't think I gave any of them 5 stars. But oh my God, I couldn't not include them in the list.
Yeah, but I think we did the same with the Ruthless boys, didn't we? Because we said, even though we gave all of the books either 4 or 4.5, I don't even think I gave one of them 5. I would still say that series for me is a 6-star series.
Yeah.
Because I am
of the
utterly
feelings.
obsessed with the whole thing.
It's not always about, like, it being a literary masterpiece. Gallows Hill's another one, for example. Like, the plot did fall off a little bit. Like, it had really good potential with the with Salem and the witch trials and all that kind of stuff, and the secret society element. And then it did kind of fall off a little bit, and then it all kind of pulled back round at the end of book 3 or towards the end of book 3. So it doesn't have to be like a literary masterpiece. The plot doesn't have to be perfect throughout. It doesn't have to be paced perfectly. It's about how it makes you feel. It's about the vibes. You know what I mean? And how that aligns with you and what you want at that moment in time. And obviously these books, just at that time that we read them, just really did it for us and have obviously impacted us long term.
For sure.
So Alchemised number 1 for me, and The Secret Club by Ruby Sky is number 1 for you. I should be really pleased to hear that was her top book.
Yeah, it was
of last year.
Insane. I miss the whole situation so much.
It was so good because it was so unexpected.
I know.
We went into that. I went into it totally blind. I can't remember if you read the blurb or not.
No, I didn't read anything about it, and it was only because Ruby came to us and asked us to read it, and I liked the look of the actual book.
Cover.
I mean,
they're there, behind
They
us.
don't give anything away, but I was like, okay. And yeah, I mean, I'll never look back. This is what I want in life.
Do you have any reserves?
Yeah, so I have 2 reserves. So one of my reserves is older because I cannot get over that last sentence that is in that whole book.
Yeah.
Especially when we were listening to it on audio.
Oh my God.
And she said that last sentence and I just burst out crying. I was in the car. I was actually outside your house because we were about to film it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember.
And I just burst out crying and I was like, I cannot believe you've just shattered me.
I think you can say the last line because I don't think it spoils anything. Just saying the words. You don't have to give context.
So the last line was, I'll tell you about it when you're older. And just the themes of the book, and obviously because it is called Older, it just hit in a way that I didn't think it would.
It absolutely slapped.
Bawled my fucking eyes out.
Oh my God. Such a simple thing and yet so effective.
So powerful.
I'll tell you when you're older, or I'll tell you about it when you're older. And obviously I don't want to give you the context because I don't want to ruin anything. We don't want to ruin anything. But the context in which it is said is very important as to why it stirred up so many emotions. Oh my God.
Oh, honestly.
It was just, the pacing of the book was perfect. The emotional depth of the book was perfect. The connection between the two of them, the way they met, how it progressed. It was so fucking good.
It was phenomenal. The tension, the angst, like just everything between both of the main characters in this book was absolutely insane. And do you know what? Like, it wasn't even that it was that spicy. It was just such a beautiful love story. Like, short sentences would just really hit home.
Yeah.
It was, and just like the beginning, you know, like when they were listening to like older music or they were listening to Oasis or something like that, and it was kind of like you could vibe with it quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was stunning.
The way
really
the
was.
female narrator as well told the story. So I don't know, I guess like the cadence of her voice was, I don't know how to describe it. You have to listen to it to understand what I mean. But it really dug deep. It felt like it dug right deep into your soul. Like, and it really made me pay attention to every word. I just felt everything she was saying.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was so good. That's definitely one of those books where I would recommend, it's a book that isn't a fantasy that I would recommend immersive reading because it hits differently.
Her voice
when you
really
audio it as well.
suited the actual book, like really, really well. And especially that last line. It was like the little break between the second to last line than the last line she said. It was kind of like like that. Oh,
yeah.
God.
It's one of those sentences that makes you go,
oh my God. That was me.
I
that
think
was me.
We cried on the podcast when we talked about it, didn't we? Yeah. We have done another podcast where we've already talked about the whole book in general. So let's not go into that too much.
Because we'll just cry again.
Yeah.
And that's not what 2026 is about.
So I want to quickly talk about Alchemised, which is my number 1. I'm not going to say too much in case the Alchemised podcast does eventually go up, but There was obviously a lot of controversy around whether this was a romance, which, now that time has passed, really was quite pathetic, actually, because
It really was.
who gives a fuck, really?
Why was everyone getting in everyone's business about their feelings towards whether this was a romance or not? Like, we had people coming at us, and I was kind of like, back off.
Yeah.
Just back off. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious.
It was just, everyone was just on their high horse about it, weren't they? Like, the intense fantasy, fantasy romance, whatever, readers, they were just so high up on their horse about it, you know, coming online and being like, this isn't a romance, it's not a fantasy romance. And it's like, listen, you know, we've all got eyes, we're not stupid. We know this isn't an actual romance novel, you know, we know that, we can see that, I can digest that information, but there is no two ways about it that the book heavily revolved around their romance. It just had a lot more aspects to it than a standard romance book,
for sure.
which made it not a standard romance book.
Like, paragraph. People were writing paragraphs at us. And I'm not being funny. I don't have time for you if you're going to write paragraphs at us.
Yeah.
About something I couldn't give a shit about because this is our opinion. And if we can see the romance elements in this, it means it's fucking in it.
Yeah. Also, you know, it's subjective, isn't it? And if I read it and that's what I take from it, then that's what I take from it.
It is what it is.
And I very much enjoyed the romance element of this book. I enjoyed all the elements of this book. I enjoyed the war element of it. I enjoyed the romance element of it. I enjoyed the darker parts of it. I actually would have quite liked more of the darker parts. There's, I believe, more of the... I can't remember the name of it, but like the breeding situation. I believe there's more of that in Manacled, which was obviously the Wattpad version. I believe there's more in that one. So I would quite like to read Manacled at some point, which has proven quite difficult to get a hold of now. But I would have liked more of the darker elements as well. I enjoyed all of the elements to the book, including their romance.
Yeah.
And their romance took up, I mean, the whole of the final sections in the book. You know, when it all starts, I'm trying not to spoil it, when it all starts to kind of wrap up, it really is, you know, the surrounding their romance and how they can be together forever.
Yeah,
that's quite literally what it surrounds. Obviously, it's much more than just the two of them getting together. There's some really heavy themes and everything. I just absolutely loved it, and the narrator for me did such an amazing job. She obviously carried this book alone. It was just her in the narration. It was obviously in third person. And I feel like it being in third person was the right decision. It was I could not have imagined that book to be written any other way at all. Not in first person. I just don't think it would have been right. I would have liked to have had some other POVs. I would have liked to have had Kane POVs for when, you know, he was off doing things and disappeared and then he just turned up injured. I want to know how he got injured. Like, what were you doing all this time? We know in principle what you were doing. You were out over yonder doing all of these things, killing all these people, but specifically, how did you feel about it? What situations did you get in? I wanted more dialogue of him with Morrow as well, you know, their relationship together and what their dynamic was like. I would have liked more of that. There's a lot of things I would have liked more of, but I don't want to be negative towards it, obviously, because it was like, it's one of my favourite reads ever. It was definitely my favourite read of last year. I absolutely loved it. I wouldn't change anything about it. I would add more to it. I wouldn't take anything out. I wouldn't change anything. I would add more, 100%. Even though it was like over 1,000 pages. I believe Manacled was longer, wasn't it? I think. I'm sure Manacled was a lot longer.
I don't know, but how can we get a copy of Manacled?
Does anybody know?
Can someone tell us that? Because I actually would give that a go.
Yeah.
I actually would.
I believe it is a bit darker.
It feels like it's going to take us quite a lot to get
try and get a copy of it. Yeah. I was going to read Manacled years ago as well. And I didn't. And I think it was because it was so long, I just didn't read it. And obviously, I regret it now. I didn't know at the time that it was going to be changed and traditionally published as Alchemised. If I did, I would have read it. I didn't know that. And I do regret it. I regret not reading Manacled now. So if anyone knows how we can get a hold of Manacled, I've got the audio. Well, I think it's the audio. On Spotify downloaded. I hope it still works. I haven't been back to try. I would quite like to listen to it at some point, but I would prefer to immersive read it the same way I did with Alchemised. But yeah, I absolutely loved it, guys. Obviously, it was heavily revolved around war, but the whole thing was just absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
For me. And I know we joked and stuff on social media. We did like an Alchemised Don't Come For Me. And honestly, if you followed us or do follow us on social media, if you have done for a while, you should know that you have to take things that we say with a pinch of salt, because we're just here for a laugh.
We are here for a laugh.
We're here for a good time, not a long time. I know it's a cliche, but it is true. We're just here for a laugh, you know. Writing paragraphs at us is...
It ain't actually going to get you anywhere.
To be honest. Because halfway through that, I've lost interest and I've started scrolling on. I can't be arsed. Like, the effort that you've put in to writing that paragraph, I won't even read the whole thing.
You'll get a double thumbs up, which actually means nothing from us.
I've got the attention span of a fucking goldfish. So,
you actually do.
No, I do.
You do?
Yeah, so if you write me a paragraph, I've read about 10 words and I've moved on.
The amount of things that I send to you and you reply to one of them, it's actually, it's heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie. That's what you do to me.
I've moved on.
I literally wrote, because you won't talk to me for like an hour, and because, you know, I'm like a fucking lost puppy half the time. I will write 10 things to you because I just want a bit of attention, and you'll reply to one in the middle. And I'm like, are you taking the piss out of me? Are you actually kidding me? That's what you're going to... And it's something that's absolutely not relevant to anything we're doing in the next
I've
month.
left the important stuff. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I do have the attention span of a goldfish. I know I am terrible for it. Yeah, so anyway, moral of the story is, I was going to say don't comment shit on her post, but actually you're just driving up engagement, so please have at
it. Keep going.
Keep going.
Go wild.
I'll give you a thumbs up because I'll appreciate the engagement, to be fair.
I'll give you a double thumbs up.
Yeah, what was your number one? Again, Secret Club.
The Secret Club. Absolutely fucking loved it. And I was going to nosedive into that, but I feel like we have given that so much attention.
We have.
I'm not actually going to talk about that. What I do want to talk about is one of my reserves, because I'm going to be controversial as shit and I don't give a fuck.
Ooh. Saucy.
One of my reserves is Hollow Wrath by Jodie King. Now, I read this in June last year. I was on holiday. I had the absolute time of my life reading this. I'm not going to lie. I fucking loved it. I lapped it up. Cocktail. Bit of this. Bit of that. Great time.
So before we go on, I think people who are listening to this or watching it who don't know why it might be controversial, shall we offer a bit more context? So, if you follow Jodie King or if you've read any of Jodie King's books, so she was actually at AATA recently, and after AATA, which is Authors at the Armories, that's a UK-based event, just in case you're listening to this from not inside the UK. I think it was in Leeds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fun. We went there. We met Jodie King. She was lovely to us. And we had a great time. And we've loved her books, the ones that we've read. We very much enjoyed them.
Lapped them up.
And we read Hollow Wrath as soon as it came out. And then eventually the book was banned. So it was taken off Amazon, it was taken off online, and you could only get it from like her website or via her or whatever. There's been some controversy around the book itself. There's been controversy like around her. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs because I don't know the story. I wasn't there. I'm not a party in the situation.
No.
I do not want to get involved. I'm not saying this because I want to get involved or we want to get involved. No. We're just trying to offer context as to
why
for the
this
people,
is controversial.
That might be thinking, well, why is that controversial? That's why. If you want to go on her page and, you know, have a mooch around or have a Google, that's honestly up to you. But I would say don't feed into something that you don't have all the facts for. We don't have all the facts for it. There's a lot of hearsay going around. I don't know any of the ins and outs. What I do know is I very much enjoyed Hollow Wrath.
I had the time of my life. Oh my God. Like the things that he was doing. So if you like dark romance, I mean, this was pitch black as shit. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And there was a scene in this which will actually stick with me for a very fucking long time. It was a spicy scene where it was Hollow Wrath and Hollow Soul, Split Tongue, and two of the ladies. And they all just had at it. And it was so fucking good. And I was on the plane when I was reading it, and I was necking wine like there was no tomorrow, because I was like, I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah, it was really good. That scene was like absolutely insane.
Oh,
so
feral.
The series itself, which I absolutely love the concept of, is based around this kind of like circus carnival type situation. Yeah. And then you've got the Hollows boys, and there's 3 of them. There's Hollow, Hellion, Hollow Wrath, and Hollow Soul. Hollow Soul has a split tongue, and he's like, I actually think he's bi. I don't think he's like fully gay. He's bi. And then you've got Hollow Wrath, who's mute and is like pitch black. I mean, like pitch black. He's the worst out of all of them in regards to
unalive
ethics and morals and things like that. Yeah. And then you have Hollow Hellion, which was the first book.
He's like the leader.
Yeah.
He's like the boss and kind of holds them all together.
Yeah, he's the glue that holds them all together. He kind of keeps everybody in line, but obviously he's also, you know, pitch black.
Absolutely
but
mental.
Not as bad as Hollow Wrath. Yeah. Hollow Soul, we were supposed to have that book already by now. There's been delays with it. Again, I don't know why. Jodie King has just said that it's not coming out yet.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll obviously wait for it. We've been waiting for it for a long time. And then I think there's going to be some kind of like little spin-offs. I think if it all goes to plan, because she's talked about other characters that she's got in mind, and the visuals for this series are impeccable.
So
if you
good.
go on her page, especially her Instagram, you'll see, if you scroll down, all the coloured visuals for it are amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
There's like 5 new characters that could potentially be on this spin-off series, and that would be fucking insane.
Yeah, absolutely insane.
Insane.
The world building for that, it's simple to a certain degree, but so effective.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. And it's fun as well, isn't it? Like a carnival setting. There's actually a scene in Hollow Hellion, which I know isn't one of the books we're talking about, but just to paint a picture of what it's like, she is on his motorbike with him.
Yeah.
So he's obviously driving the motorbike. She's facing him in front of him on the motorbike, right? It's the final scenes in the book. It's all kicked off. They have this like night where they basically just like
have at it,
murder everyone,
whoever you want.
Yeah, everyone's right. They take in bad people. They lure bad people into the carnival, and then they just start unaliving them left, right, and centre. So they're both on this bike. She, the female main character, is on the bike facing Hollow Hellion. She's got a gun, like almost like what do you call them? Not shotguns.
Staple guns.
Not shotguns. What's the those guns?
Don't know.
What do you call them? Like machine guns.
Machine guns.
So she's got like machine guns. This is how I pictured it in my head anyway. That she's got like machine guns in each hand, and it was genuinely given Quentin Tarantino. So she like flipped back on this motorbike, so she's laying back over the front, and she's got her arms stretched out to each side, and she's just like just like firing off the guns everywhere, and she's obviously like right back, and the two of them are getting like a bit hot and bothered about it, but they're like laughing and giggling and having a great time.
Honestly, it's such a good time.
Oh my god, like I said, the visuals it painted in my head were absolutely insane. It was honestly, it was like, it really was giving like Quentin Tarantino vibes.
For sure.
It was so good. Anyway, that was Hollow Hellion. That was book 1. I can't remember when we read that now.
Year before.
That would have been 2024, wouldn't it? Yeah. That was really good.
And I will be, we don't get involved with controversies and all this bollocks when it comes to authors themselves. Like, we keep away from that. We're just here for the good times, like we said before. So I will 100% be reading Hollow Soul when that comes out.
Yeah, so will I. Yeah, absolutely.
I actually can't wait. Split tongue. Yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we quickly go into our spiciest books? So before we move into our spiciest books, a lot of the top 10 books that we've talked about, we have talked about them quite a lot on social media. I have Guild in there, which I have only just read at the end of 2025, which I haven't talked about in social media. I will say I'm struggling to finish the series. I'm on book 4 at the end of book 4, and I'm on this fucking struggle bus.
Do you know what?
To the point I've actually had to download the audiobooks. So I prefer to eyeball fantasy or immersive. Because again, attention span of a goldfish, I lose my place in an audiobook. And in a fantasy, I like to be fully immersed. So I prefer to eyeball a fantasy or immersive. And I've actually had to download the audiobooks just to make me get through them, because I really am struggling now.
So a lot of people in our DMs have said that they stopped at book 4.
Did they?
Yeah. And also a lot of people did say from the beginning, I think when we posted about this, did we say convince us to read?
Oh yeah, convince us to read these books. Yeah.
Everyone said to audio it, because the audio is really good.
So I'm going to switch to audio now anyway.
Yeah.
I know everyone had put that in the comments. I think because I put up in our monthly reading wrap-up, the swipe post, the carousel, I had put the Guild series in there, and I'd put down that I was struggling with book 4, and a lot of people had said, oh my god, you need to audio it. So I am going to switch to audio booking it now, in the hope that I will start enjoying it more.
Yeah.
Is it Anthony Palmini? I can't remember now off the top of my head. Let me double check. Should we have a check, see who the narrators are? It says Owen Hall.
I don't know who that is.
No, I don't know who that is either. Why do I think it was like Anthony Palmini or something? Yeah, Owen Hall. Same narrators for them all. Bella Sanby and Owen Hall. I've actually never heard of either of them.
I've never heard of Owen Hall. We might.
That does sound familiar, Owen Hall, but I couldn't tell you
What from?
certainly. If someone said it to me, I'd be like, "Oh, I can't think of any books I've
No.
listened to that he's in." But I'm excited for it.
Me too.
I'm excited to switch to audio. I can
I
obviously
say me
listen
too.
to it.
I haven't even
I know,
started it.
yeah. Yeah, so that's it really. I think that was the only book that I haven't really spoken about we haven't really spoken about in depth anywhere on social media or anything before. The rest we obviously have. I'm looking at Anathema right now. That was obviously impeccable. Let's quickly run through our spiciest books of 2025. We're probably not going to go in depth about any of these, but obviously you will come to us. I think most of you probably come to us and follow us on socials for the spice.
For the spices.
The chili peppers.
The chilies.
Chili peppers. So do you want to run? I don't have the list. Tia has the list because I'm fucking useless. So
I got it, people. Okay, so number 1, we have got The Secret Club.
is this in order?
No.
So not in order.
Not
but
in any particular order. I've just thrown this together.
Yeah, but we will tell you what number 1 is when you're finished. So spiciest books of 2025 are as follows, in no particular order.
In no particular order. The Secret Club by Ruby Sky. Sugar Baby by Harley Madison. Forged in Blood by Sadie Kincaid. Demise, which is book 3 of the Gallows Hills by Caitlin Taylor. Boss Abroad by Rachel Keller.
Oh, yeah.
Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsey Straube.
Yeah.
Speak and Stutter by Ruby Darling. Domination by BJ Alpha.
Christ on a bike, yeah.
The Naughty List by Jade West.
Jade West. Yeah.
Hateful Vows by CJ Lucci. Double Edged by Nyla Kay. Darkest Descent by Hazel Black. That was heavy as shit. Your Dad Will Do by Katie Robert.
Yep.
Hollow Wrath by Jodie King. And The Perfect Fit by Sadie Kincaid.
All of those books, stellar.
Woo!
They were all so
They
good.
were so... Other than the Naughty List, I'm not going to lie, we didn't enjoy that.
No. We neither of us enjoyed the Naughty List because we read it not long after,
The Secret
almost
Club.
right after The Secret Club, and we did compare it. That's probably on us, but we preferred The Secret Club. It had very similar vibes. I didn't particularly enjoy Domination very much. I don't know what it was. I was not vibing with it at all. I didn't really like it. It was okay. It's not something I would personally recommend to people. I mean, we put it in recommendation videos because I know a lot of people do like it. And you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't particularly vibe with it.
That's really fair.
But the rest, yeah, it was. I mean, to the point where like I finished it, but like I finished it. I was like, oh, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it didn't get me hot and bothered really or anything like that. I think everything all happened a little bit too quick for me as well. Like I felt like there was no build up. Yeah. But yeah, the rest of them, 10 out of 10.
Woo!
Every time we post about the perfect fit by Sadie Kincaid, we get so many comments about it.
Do you know what? So many
love
people
it.
have read that as well.
Yeah.
Or read it off the back of us reading it. And a lot of people have actually reread it.
Yeah.
They've done a reread or they've like audioed it after reading it.
Yeah.
But that was a great book.
Yeah, people love that one. That is a very popular one. So if you haven't read that, I would suggest giving that one a read. That's obviously a Why Choose. What else was on that list?
Sugar Baby.
Sugar Baby, yeah. I actually haven't read the final Brat Baby.
Brat Baby.
The third book in the
Yeah.
series. I've read the first 2, but I haven't read Brat Baby. You have read Brat Baby.
Read Brat Baby.
So I need to read that at some point.
You need to read that before the next one comes out.
Yeah, I might just wait now and just read them back to back so I don't have to have a gap. But yeah, they were really good. And the cliffhanger ending in book 2.
Yeah.
Obviously, I need answers to that. But that was really good. That was hella spicy.
Yeah.
Hella spicy. My God. But the writing was really good. Like book 1, you felt like you were being edged. Like, so there's like
massively.
There's like a build up. There's actually not that much spice in like the first half of the book, but the second half of the book is all spice.
All spice. And not even like all the way spice. Like,
yeah.
A lot of bits happen.
Yeah.
And it's 5 men. 5 or 4?
It's 4, isn't it? Because she
4.
gave us the necklace.
Oh, yeah.
I had 4.
4 men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is on there?
Darkest Descent.
Darkest Descent. Yeah. Talk about that one.
Darkest Descent. How does one talk about that book?
Again, twins.
Yeah. Who get forced upon
each other
by
their kidnapper.
Their captor. Mm-hmm. Who turns out to be someone that they should know.
Yeah. And is actually filming their torture for someone else that they know.
Yeah.
That they all collectively know together.
Oh,
And it really all starts coming out.
There's a scene that was the scene when as soon as I read that, I was like, I don't know if I can carry on reading this because it's not for me. He puts needles into her nether regions, but like from the front all the way through, and then puts something inside her so that the needles then drag out. And I don't know.
He was just like weaving.
Okay.
He was like weaving the needles all over her, like in loads of different places. But the nether regions, when he put the needles there, it was like it would go through like one side and then come out the other, and then it was. So
it was like in her hole. It was in her hole. It was in her. The needles were in her hole.
There was others that were like external. Oh, it was absolutely awful.
It was tough.
Oh my god, there was a scene where I don't think we've talked about this one. There's a scene where the captor wants to clear out the male twin's passageways, rear passageways, and he tells the twin girl to do it. So she has to put the thing in, and then he like puts the water on, and it goes up, and then she has to pull the pipe out. I'm trying to be careful. She has to pull the tube out. But he's like clenching so as to not let it go, and she has to like coax him into
letting it go,
like unclenching and letting it all come out. And when I tell you, in this scene, the male twin is like squatting down, and then you've got the female twin in front of him, and then you've got the captor just watching, thinking this is hilarious and obviously having a great time torturing them. And that's the scene, like you with the needles, where I was like, oh, this is
intense.
This is really taking
a
turn.
But it was like, it started off okay. It was like, you put your mouth on him, otherwise I'm going to cut your arm off. You know, like, it was like classic.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay.
Do that or you lose a finger.
Do that, yeah. And that's how it started. And then it got so dark.
It just really escalated, badly.
It was good though. I still had a great time.
I did have a really good time. Yeah, I did have a really good time. Okay, I think that's probably it. It's getting late now, guys. I think it's like 10 p.m. now, so I think we're gonna end this here. And let me get my glass, even though it's empty. We'll see you next week.
Woohoo! Cheers.
What was next week's one?
November and December reads.
Oh yeah. Sabbatical reads, baby.
Books
we read on our break. All right, we'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.